have to remind yourself, we all have a story. All of us have gone through very hard times. But when we're in a hard time, our mind has a way of forgetting what all we've overcome. I have a way of taking 1 second when I want to quit and saying, okay, you endured this. So I look at my life and how I came up as the ultimate training ground versus most people look at it as why, woe is me. I had to flip this upside down and say, hang on a second. God was training me to be one of the baddest men on the planet Earth. This was my journey. So instead of looking at it like, oh my God, man, why did I start it? Why did my dad beat me for, why is this? It was to be right where I'm at today. We all have to start from zero with pain. And what that means is, if you don't go back, we all have something that bothers us. Everybody in this world is insecure about something. Something in life, whether it be your family, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your wife, your husband, your kids, something has messed you up. And whenever you're in physical pain, even though you might not be thinking about that mental stuff that happened to you, your mind is thinking about it. All these dungeons that our life has created. Most of the time we quit is because we don't have any mental tools to get us through the other side. My whole thing for people is you have to examine why are you doing it in the first place. What makes people quit so much in SEAL training and all other special ops training is the mind. It's always comfortable to sit there, you're watching the Navy SEAL show, Discovery Channel, you're in a 72-degree house. I can do that. You're comfortable. The second you get out there in that environment where it's 40 degrees, like you have to really want whatever you're going for. If not, all these questions that come up, like you said, how do you go one more step further? Your mind's gonna ask you all these questions. How can you go one more step further? If you don't have the answers to that, and I can't give them to you, you have to know, why am I here? For me, when I was going through SEAL training, I was willing to die. So all these negative questions that kept on coming up in my head, I had the answer for them. It's those people that don't have the answer for those negative questions. And if you can't answer those questions, you will quit. You will quit. I can't stop reading. I won't be able to read tomorrow. I will lose it that fast. I cannot stop going to the gym. My mind is set up in a spot where, hey, the second I stop, it wants to stop. Because I had a quitting mind growing up. When you get beat all the time, your mind wants to go to that nice spot where you're comforted, where you're not trying. That's where your mind, it doesn't want to think. You have all these things in the mind, and the mind can only absorb so much. So all the pain that has to go through, it wants to push it away and say, let's not do that. So every day I'm fighting where the mind wants to go. It's a constant evolution, man. I've never arrived. That's why now I'm stressing out 2-3 hours a day. I'm trying to reinvent the wheel. I'm like, oh man, I went through Navy SEAL training. I ran over 7,000 miles in 2007. I did pull-up records. Now that the mind is so strong, let the body catch the mind. So that's now where I'm at. So I'm always trying to reinvent the wheel and see what I'm capable of next. I genuinely believed I could do it. And the reason why, because I had this voice in the back of my head that I kept on running from. I was afraid of the water. I was afraid of dealing with things that made me feel unaccepted. I didn't accept myself. So I kept on going towards things that I felt good. Let me go this way, but something kept on saying, you have it, man. You got it, man, but you're gonna have to fail a lot, but you have it. And like I said, that voice kept on haunting me, but that voice kept on saying, if you face it, you realize it's not that bad. You stay in a world of things will get better because someone said they would, and I need to find peace. No. You need to go to war with yourself, man. At the end of that, you'll sit back all damaged and bruised and scarred up, and maybe your psoas muscles so tight that you may lose 2 inches on your body. Who knows? The war may be 30 years, but when it ends, you will know what the it's all about then, and then you'll find your peace. But until then, you'll always be searching to find that nice, kind book that guides you beyond all your personal suffering. It doesn't happen, man. Maybe it does for some people, but you're just scratching the surface of real life. So you have to be honest with yourself, dude. All the hate you feel for another person or hate you feel for yourself, it's toxic. And you're not gonna get any growth from it. All you do is become more and more ignorant. And trust me, man, you fall down a rabbit hole of being so stupid that you can't ever climb out of it. So that's what it's about. That's what it's about, man. Call yourself out for what you are, for whatever you're going through in life. Bring it to the surface, and I challenge people to do that. So a lot of you know that my knees are messed up, but that doesn't mean you don't stop going. You don't stop pushing. Life's about improvise, adapt, and overcome to every situation that's in front of you. A lot of people hate that message that I say continue pushing, continue finding your new 100%, continue finding your best self. If you don't like that message, this is not the place to be. I'm about people trying to find the best they have, not making excuses, overcoming any and all obstacles. So today, I can't run. I can't do much. But you can guarantee one thing. David Goggins got after it. So I've been grinding lately. Had to go back to the lab. Put a lot of miles in. Every day, run over 20 miles a day. Getting up early, going to bed early. This last week, started taking a toll on me. I've been thinking a lot. That internal voice that's been talking to me. Talking about, oh man, you're tired. Looking at my shoes about 30 minutes before I put them on. Pushing back the time of that I go out to go run. So I decided to tape record myself. That internal voice I put on tape. Sounds like a straight bitch when I listen to them. So if you ever have a hard time out there, tape yourself. Listen to what kind of bitch you're being. Stay hard. Before I joined the military, I hated the water, so I had to go practice. So every morning I wake up, I go to the pool. Before I jumped in that water, I put my toe in the water to feel how cold it was. Me doing that was my silent protest. It was me feeling sorry for myself. It was me being a little bitch. And I realized if you're gonna do something, anything in life, you better attack it. A lot of us are going through wanting to be better, wanting to find more. And what we're doing is we're putting our toe in the water of life to see how cold it is. We're not attacking anything. We're going at it half-assed. There's one thing for sure. A lot of us think we can rise to the occasion. Well, you can't. You fall back on your training. And if your training sucks, so will you. Stay hard. So this young man, he's working with his counselor, trying to find his why. So he emails me. He wants my opinion. Well, here it is. Trying to find your why is another way of procrastinating. So, the question does not end with why. It starts with why. Don't you want to be in better shape? Why don't you want to be more successful? So this is something I can say, and your counselor can't because he might get fired. Maybe you can't find your why because you're lazy. Regardless, you need to go out here and find it. Stay hard.